5 months in, everyone. Round of applause. Alright. Welcome to today's video. It's been a while. It's been 2 months since my last update. So, long story short, I've got, I had jaw expansion surgery, SARPE surgery, some would call it, in September, about 5 months ago. And today is the 5th of February, which marks the 5th month since cutting my jaw into two. That's always fun. So I just wanted to tell you what the 5 months have been like. You've sort of gotten like the 3-month update already, and kind of just like I wanted to show you what the surgery did for me. I'm gonna put like a picture here, just to show you from the moment my jaw was like how it was and what the expansion kind of did to like open up my jaw. The reason I got it, obviously, to match the width of my upper jaw with my lower jaw. So that was fun. I have an expander in my mouth. It's still there. It's sort of like attached to 2 teeth. It's been there. I've been turning it and expanding it every day till it reached its maximum, because my ortho said that you want to expand it as much as you can, and as soon as you reach the maximum you just stop. So I expanded it for I think a good like 2 months before it reached its max, and then it just stayed that way because my jaw was still healing. It would actually like try and close, so I had to keep the expander in there, and it still would realign itself if it could. That's why the expander is still gonna be in there for another couple of months, just so that everything is sturdy. Yeah, so that was good. So essentially it just, you know, it was pretty uncomfortable in the beginning, but towards, you know, like once I reached my peak expansion, so I had like a massive gap. I could fit like my finger. I could fit my finger right in there, like, oh, and like it was intense. And then once it got to that point, my middle teeth started to kind of merge into the middle, just by itself naturally, and that was good in a way, because it would kind of close the gap a little bit, so it didn't seem like I was missing an entire tooth. And then, you know, as time went on, it kind of became the normal, like the gap was kind of just there. It was slowly kind of like closing itself in, only because the middle teeth were kind of going back into the middle, but that was pretty much it. It stopped hurting like pretty much maybe a couple of months in. So I went to my ortho after 3 months, and he said, alright, after another 2 more months before we put braces on, which is today. We've arrived on the day. I actually got my braces yesterday. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Fun. So I got ceramic braces on the top, and my bottom one, because I don't need too much work on it yet. I think the bottom brace is like just gonna be there just as an anchor point for like my rubber bands and all that, especially to pull these 3 teeth down. So they said we're gonna put the upper braces up, let that all kind of mellow into sort of the ideal shape or the ideal position, and then a month later I'll probably get the rubber bands and things like that. In terms of braces, I gotta tell you, it's weird, but I think because we've been through the expansion, like this isn't that like crazy. Like the expansion was nuts because my nose was like bleeding like for the first like week or so. Every morning when I wake up, there's just like a glug bit of a TMI moment, but like a glug of like phlegmy blood would always be there because my nose would tend to bleed into my throat. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. And every time you twist it, because you twist it every day. In fact, the beginning was twice a day actually. So that was it's essentially like reopening a cut slowly day by day. So you're actually prolonging the healing process. So that's always that wasn't an ideal time. So I think with the braces, it's been about 24 hours since I put it on, and it is true, it's a struggle. I tried having brunch today, and I couldn't eat like toast. And you know how like Australian sourdough toast is a brick, right? But I struggled a bit eating chips, but my back front teeth aren't as bad, so I've just been chewing with those teeth really. They gave me kind of like a list of things to do and not to do, especially with like crunchy stuff, apples, sugary drinks and all that. And you know, these ceramic braces, they tend to stain, especially when you have things like black coffee or black tea, even curries, things with turmeric and all that. So they said to avoid those kind of things. Mainly because you don't want it to be stained. The actual wire is clear as well. You can opt for colored ones or things like that which don't actually stain, so that's not a problem. As long as you brush your teeth after every meal, it should be a-okay. In terms of the pros and cons, like with braces, I'm not too sure yet. I might have to do another one in a couple of weeks just to let you guys know what the braces experience is like. But on the plus side, it's quite good because I've passed through that expansion phase, and now it's just about maintenance and getting everything straightened. So I'm really glad because I'm on like a route to straighter teeth, because at some point, you know, towards the 4th month, 5th month, it was just like an idle situation. There's nothing progressing. It was just a waiting game. So I'm glad that we've reached a point where things are moving, and this means that I've got a few more videos in the works over the next few weeks with some of the top things that top pieces of advice I can give you about deciding if you want to do jaw expansion surgery, the actual reason behind it. I'm just gonna make it like concise, because the first few videos were very like come along with me kind of vibe, but this time it's going to be a very informative video, just to kind of give you an insight on what was my decision making process, some of the things I did to kind of like survive it, if that made any sense, and of course like dealing with things like that during work and all that. I work in hospitality, I work in a cafe, so you deal a lot with like speaking, talking to people, things like that, so there's no way to really hide it, you know. You just kind of have to embrace it. So that's always a plus. But yes, so this is what I am now. I always do like a headshot at the end of the video, so let me show you what it is looking like right now, as you can see. So I've got that along there, and it goes to the back there. It just goes up to the anchor point with the expander, and then they'll get the back ones put on months later once the expander is actually off. So there you go, that's what it's like. I've also noticed that these ones here have got a hook, which I'm assuming obviously is to anchor the rubber band to bring them down. Besides that, yeah, I'm gonna quickly check with my ortho and see if he's cool with me like really getting into the finer details of what the company did for me, and just so that I can like name drop and things like that. Just like I want to make sure that they're all cool with that before I make a video about the place that I've been to and all that. But for now, if you do have questions, because that 3-month video had a lot of great questions and I really like answering them, So if you can like spam messages in the comments, I can compile them and do like a massive answering video, which is always going to be fun. But till then, if you want to like get to know the updates that's coming in the next few weeks, just subscribe to the channel, because that's the only way you're really going to get an update. Yeah, thanks for listening to this rant. But yeah, I'm hoping these videos are being useful to you, especially those that are trying to decide if they want to do this whole jaw expansion thing. Yeah, so catch you guys in a bit. Bye.